Hi, I'm Sheila Vidal, Independent Living Benefits Broker at Freedom Equity Group. So here's a question. Do I really need long-term care insurance, or can I just use my savings or sell my properties if I have a house or other properties to pay for my long-term care expenses later on in life? Well, to answer that question, let me give you a couple of facts. So on average, a 65-year-old today will eventually incur $138,000 of long-term care costs. That is today. So the cost of long-term care in a facility or in-home care services has risen an average of 1.71% to 3.64% per year. This is at a very fast rate, even faster than the US inflation rate. Now, most will need services for less than 2 years, but about 14% will require care for more than 5 years. And women tend to live longer, and so they need long-term care services longer than men. So it's about 2.5 years for women and 1.5 years for men. Now, the average cost across the nation as of 2019 for assisted living is about $50,000 per year. That's the median yearly cost. It could be more or lower depending on where you live. For home health care, that's about the same, about $50,000 per year. But in a private nursing home, or in a private room in a nursing home, it is about $102,000. That's the median annual cost. And again, if you were to need it, if you were to stay in the nursing home for 2 years to 5 years, then we're looking at, $200,000 to $500,000. So, as a rule of thumb, I recommend that if you have between $150,000 to $700,000 in assets, that you need to get long-term care insurance or any kind of insurance that will help pay for long-term care, especially if you have a partner or spouse where long-term care expenses of one can deplete the family's savings or assets for the other spouse. In other words, because women tend to outlive their spouses, their male counterparts, I would recommend that women get long-term care insurance or something that can pay for long-term care, such as a living benefits life insurance. So women or their spouse can get that extra layer of protection, even if they have assets, especially if it's between $150,000 to $700,000 in assets. Anything above $700,000, you're probably going to be okay. But if you are within that range, then you definitely will need it. So there you have it. I hope that I was able to give you some answers and some value. If you need further information or assistance regarding long-term care and planning for it, especially since November is a long-term care insurance awareness month, I'd be happy to help you. Again, my name is Sheila Vidal. I'm an independent broker with Freedom Equity Group.